What would you do if a rich man taught your son a lesson by breaking him? That was me the moment my phone buzzed in that interrogation room. I had a prisoner breaking in front of me, sweating, shaking, begging for mercy I wasn't giving. Then the call came from Principal Harris. His voice wasn't steady. It cracked like something inside him snapped. "Mr. Cole, it's Ethan. Your son is hurt." I heard crying in the background, "My boy, Ethan." Then the words that followed sliced through everything I was. A broken arm, cracked ribs, and a sentence no parent forgets. A rich kid's father held me down. He said poor kids should know their place. In one breath, the interrogator in me died. The father woke up. "Target can wait. Jet's ready. Go," my handler said, taking the phone from my hand. I left the prisoner in chains. My real mission had just changed. Hospitals smell like truth. Not the warm kind, the sterile, unforgiving kind that clings to your clothes. I walked those halls without a word, but inside every muscle screamed. Ethan lay curled under plaster and bruises, small and fragile in a bed too big for him. His eyes lit up when he saw me, then dimmed, like he'd done something wrong. I brushed his hair from his forehead. He winced. "Who did this?" He didn't answer. He didn't have to. I already knew the name whispered over that phone. Ryan Beckman, son of a man who owned half the damn town and thought people were furniture. I'd shaken his father's hand at school fundraisers. Fake charm, expensive teeth. The look of a man, too, used to being obeyed. And then I saw my wife, Lauren, standing in the corner, pale, trembling, afraid to meet my eyes. When she tried to reach for me, I stepped back. "Don't." Her silence wasn't fear, it was guilt, and I felt the first cold spark of something darker than anger. I'd interrogated murderers who lied better than she did. So I did what I was trained to do. I followed the evidence. Phone logs, deleted messages, late-night calls she thought vanished into the ether. Receipts from restaurants I'd never walked into, jewelry I hadn't bought. Every piece pointed in one direction, Beckman. Cruelty wasn't random, it was personal. The last step was DNA. Ethan's toothbrush, a few strands of hair, sent to a lab that didn't care about morality, only results. When the envelope arrived, I didn't open it. Not that night, not the next. It sat on my desk, like a bomb, waiting for someone foolish enough to cut the wrong wire. On the third night, I sliced it open. Thin paper, heavy truth. Ethan wasn't mine, not by blood. I read the report twice, then set it down like a weapon I was done holding. Suddenly, everything clicked. The stares at school, Beckman's weird protectiveness, Lauren's quiet, distant years. I walked into the kitchen. Lauren pretended to read, flipping pages she hadn't looked at. "Open it," I said. Her hands trembled. Her face crumpled. Tears built faster than she could blink them away. "I'm sorry," she whispered. But sorry wasn't a language I understood anymore. The next day was the school fundraiser. Perfect stage, perfect audience. People in suits, sipping wine, pretending their lives weren't hollow. Beckman walked toward me with that same smug smile he always wore. Instead of taking his hand, I slipped him the envelope. He opened it. I watched the color drain from his face. He looked at me, then at Lauren across the room. In seconds, the whole equation rewrote itself in his head. The bruises, the guilt, the fear. Ethan wasn't just a victim. He was his son. His shame. His secret laid bare. I leaned in close, my voice barely above a breath. "Your blood, your mess. Clean it up." He collapsed without a punch thrown. His wife noticed first, her confusion spreading like spilled ink. Lauren froze, pale as the truth that finally caught up to her. I didn't yell, I didn't hit. I just walked away and let their perfect little worlds cave in on themselves. That was enough. Later that night, I sat beside Ethan's bed. He slept quietly, breathing in those small, honest breaths kids have before the world teaches them to hide. I held his hand. He stirred, but didn't wake. He would never know the storm that built him, and he would never carry the weight of their sins. Not if I could help it. I didn't promise him anything out loud, but the vow settled inside me like stone. I'd be his father by choice, not blood.